Welcome back to Glacial Awakening. Today we're going to be doing some other stuff in the quest book and getting a little bit further towards automation, I think. So, to get started with, I really need to get a super sound muffler soon enough. To get started with, well, first of all, we're not needing to go out there just yet. It is dark. We are going to just finish off the first chapter. So chapter 1 is 97%. I made a bed, just getting the string from the crops out there, and then there's my bed. So yes, we can now sleep through the night, which means we can go straight out there if we want to, which is good. And there we go. Okay, so with that in mind, we are now going to carry on with the last quest, which is just the Seed of Life. Seed of Life here, which is this recipe. It just gets us something which breeds life. I assume it's going to be just grass. It does say grass in the quest, but yeah, let's just make one of those. Seed of Life, chapter 1 complete. Everything done. So yeah, that apparently will breed life. So if we just grab a... some dirt or something. Now let's just see if that's exactly what it does. I'm just going to break these. Put our dirt in. Okay, and then right click. Okay, so it's not just necessarily grass, and it instantly creates grass and ferns and other stuff as well. Fine, but it also transforms blocks around it. Huh. Okay. Anyway, there's another oak sapling. Not that we need that right now. When I make another hopping bonsai pot, we'll probably have plenty of those. This, by the way, is creating enough leaves for me to go and generate more of those crystals. So that will get us going pretty quickly, and I do quite like that. So we're now squarely into chapter 2, and there are 5 chapters plus the periodic table challenge quests. Second chapter, we already started the last episode. Mainly because we'd already done a lot of these steps in chapter 1. So all of this is done. We do actually need to make some ash and this grit vase, or vase, whichever one we want to pronounce that. Ashes, thank you very much to the commenter who actually said, yep, you're doing it wrong. If you want to have ash made and doing it properly, you need to throw stuff into a fire, not set fire to it. So if I just demonstrate for a second. Oh, that's fertile soil. Oh, okay, I've got some more of that now. Well, let's just use this hole, may as well. So, yeah, if I grab some birchwood planks, and if I just grab this satchel, which you get for the bed quest, grab my fire starter, and if we just start that alight and then drop in some birch planks, that should, hopefully, convert them into ash. Yep, there it is. It's already converted. So if I just put that out for a second, yeah, yeah, you're safe. So you can just get straight to ash, that's fine. In order to complete the quest for ash, however, you need like 30 odd of the stuff. So I've got 8. I need to make some more, which means I need more wood. Technically, I guess I could use the mysterious wood logs, and they are coming from something else. So can we, that's 6. I'm going to need quite a few more. Let's see, I've got 11. Let's just grab, I don't know, maybe all but one of those. I've not got a key to lock that yet. And 26. How many ash do I actually need for this? I need 32. I've got enough. That's fine. Set light to this again. And that should convert them over into ash if they're allowed to be. There they go. Okay, and there's our ash quest. So that we're going to get some Zen, which is the same things I think that come out of these ores if you break them. So we'll take that, I guess. And ashes can be used to potash mulch, which will apply a bone meal effect for the duration of the mulch. Okay, so it's bone meal, basically. And then hopping bonsai pot. Well, I've already got hopping bonsai pot, but we get a second one by grabbing the first one. So, of course, I'm going to actually break this and pick it up. Hopefully. Yep, there's my hopping bonsai pot. And I'll just put this mysterious dust block in and put the stapling back in. That should have started again. It has. Good, which means I can just take this, both of the mysterious sapling and the hopping bonsai pot. The second hopping bonsai pot we're just going to use to generate, I think, normal wood. Do I have any 2x2 drawers made? No. What does it take for 2x2? They take 4 chests, and each chest... can we actually use this stone chest for this, I wonder? Do they count? I thought I had a few of those left. Stone chests? Yeah, can these count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, has that tree grown yet? We are going to need to... Why isn't that grown? It's normally pretty good at growing. Don't know, but there is more outside. Let's grab you. Okay, do I still have that fertile soil on me? I do. Let's just replace this this normal soil with the fertile kind. And that, if I... Oh, I didn't have any... Really? Not a single sapling dropped? Well, I guess some of it's here. Are any of you going to drop a sapling? You're probably not going to, are you? No, of course you're not. Okay, never mind. I have like 40 of them in here, so it's not like it's going to be short. Saplings, there we go. I just replace that. Okay, so that should grow given a little bit of time. And make sure we're safe back in here. Okay, so let's give this a go. Let's just go via that, get some wood. And will you count normal planks? You will not. That's a shame. Okay, so I will have to make some regular chests which need some more wood. Let's get that done off camera. And there we go. Basic 2x2 drawers of birch instead of oak, and we'll put those down there, and we'll just get rid of all of those. That'll enable me to put the hopping bonsai down, and in there we can just put some regular dirt. And because birch is okay, but more traditional will be oak, I guess, so we can just use one of the oak saplings, and that will start growing just fine. Off it goes, and there we go. It's going to start generating oak and sticks and leaves and whatever else, saplings and apples. You just have to choose which 4 of those 5 things you actually want. So that's good, and we've got everything done on that side. It does lead us towards the iron ingots here. To get to that, we need a bloomery. So yeah, we're going to need a bloomery, which needs some refractory brick, which we've made before. We're going to need 7 of that, which is going to be 28 refractory brick, which is going to be all this stuff. So it needs ash, remember, and slaked lime and other stuff like that. Bit of a pain to actually make, so it would be nice if there was another recipe for this front-fired refractory brick. Turns out, or looks like there isn't. So yeah, I may well do that one off camera. There is also on the other side, before we head that way, down towards iron, this grit, vase and gravity block. Now, grit, vase or vase is something that basically grows a tree, from what I can hear. It's in, what I can read, it's in here, in other mechanics. And then, is it other mechanics or is yeah, other mechanics breaking. So it grows this kind of tree, which then breaks blocks placed around it. So it's sort of like a very, very early game automation. And yeah, we can create that as well. That's part of one of the quests. And apparently it also drops branches when broken, and the special branches filled with life. So they're important ingredient when crafting core grafts. No idea what they are just yet, but we'll get to them soon enough. So I think what I want to do first is head towards the bloomery. I want to get to iron more than I actually need to automate breaking other blocks. For example, we could use that, I guess, to break trees down, possibly. But we'll see. We've already got a mechanism for that, so that's not too urgent. So let me go and get those refractory bricks done, and we'll come back once that's ready. And there's the final brick coming off the kiln. And we should be able to then make that into 7 refractory blocks, and those into a bloomery, which gets us a quest of a lot of different things, different advancements. New chapters unlocked in the Druidic Arts and Pyrotechnica. And you can see here we get a few things. Mechanical bellows, they'll become important. Flint cogs, and some advancements we already got. Okay, so that then tells us we need to get 4 iron ingots. Right, so let's take a look at this. So if we want to get a bloomery up and running, there we go. I expected that to be larger. Okay, and we have a mechanical bellows as well. So why don't we just put that on, well, maybe on the side of it? Are you going to need to be sided? Doesn't really say. And let's just put the flint cog on that as well. Can you actually go? Hang on. If that goes on that side, does this need to be arranged in a particular way? Why don't we look at... Oh, no, hang on. Off it goes. Yeah, there it goes. Airflow is fine. Okay, let's go and get iron ore, and let's go and get some charcoal. And unfortunately, this recipe by default takes 24 minutes, but that's what the bellows are there for, to stop that from essentially being needed. And that's just one in there. It seems like that's the only one it'll actually take. Can it actually put in some charcoal? Whoops. Charcoal. That's full. Okay, and fire starter, presumably. Yep. Okay, so you can see that is speed is much faster than I was expecting, and it's a good thing I put it into a pit. Really, we get some slag heap around the outside. Now we're going to want to get shovels. Someone did say when I was making ash, you want to use a shovel to get that back out again. So if I do this, can I actually get that with a shovel, or do I need a pickaxe for the slag? Slag's pretty tough material, so yeah, okay, that's fine. And I'm glad I built it in a pit now. So iron ore slag, we can reprocess that. It's not necessarily what we actually want. What we want is something else coming out of this. error.pyrotech.com.code tailor.mc.pyrotech modules tech Bloomery plugin top provider Bloomery provider. Yes. Okay, and there is the ash. So we want to get that back out with a shovel. And the bottom there is the bloom itself, I think. If we can actually... Ouch. Let's get everything else out and around. Do I have to get this out by hand? Or... Oh, it's tongs. Yes, I made tongs. There we go. So we've got stone tongs. And if we have a look in here, use tongs to pull up the bloom and transfer it to an anvil. Now, one of the quests did give us a stone anvil, so let's just put it onto there, maybe. Do I put this onto here or in here? Stone tongs, iron ore bloom. No, that doesn't appear to be. Or maybe it's just the regular anvil. Or the granite anvil. Yeah, probably is. Yeah, there we go. So we have to use a hammer on it. Okay. Okay. Ow. Wow. Whoa. Ow. This is hot. Hot work. And there's some water right there. So much better now. So much nicer. Okay. Let's just... Oh, and we've used it all up. Okay. Now, what do we get out of it? We got 10 iron nuggets. We got some slag. We got some ash. And we got some iron ore slag. And that's pretty much everything. So the iron nuggets, obviously, we can convert those back. I don't think there's any better way than just converting them back the usual way. So let's just convert those back. And that is one piece of iron. It will get faster. It will get faster. The slag is pretty much terrible. We can put that into a compacting bin or a mechanical compactor. Actually, that's probably worthwhile doing at some point soon. And that seems to be relatively straightforward apart from the redstone, which we don't have yet. And tarred board is something else we can make. But yeah, so masonry bricks, mechanical hopper. That is stuff we can already make. The tarred stuff, by the way, it's just a different recipe in the soaking pot. You need wood tar to do that. And we have to put tar bales, which is the straw bales. And it's a whole bunch of stuff I don't want to actually do just yet. But yeah, so we can reprocess the slag and compact it into slag heap. And the slag heap can be turned into glass. And that looks like it's pretty much it. The glass is just regular glass. It can be used in E02. The iron ore slag, on the other hand, we can just smelt it to get even more nuggets. There may be a better way of going about it. So we get 2 nuggets for that. If we take 8 of them, we put it in that and we get another iron ore slag heap out. Slag bloom, even. Which, hang on, is this going around in circles? Does this mean I keep on reprocessing it? Well, this takes 8 of these and we've only got how many? 5, so I can't actually go ahead and do that just yet. What I can do is process some more iron ore until I get 8. But yeah, out of 1 iron ore, we got 5 iron ore slag. So if we put that back through, so let's say for every 2 iron ore, we get basically 1 of these slag heaps, and then this iron ore slag bloom will get some more slag out, but we'll also then be able to potentially get even more iron ore out of it. So it's almost like a very early doubling. Because instead of, we obviously use 1 iron ore and we got 1 iron ingot and 1 iron nugget out of it, plus some extra stuff. So if we go through and do it again, maybe that'll help. However, I'm not sure how much charcoal this thing is going to use. And this thing is probably, yeah, I need to take that off in between runs. So let's put you down there. So I've got 21. How much is it taking? It's taking a full 10 each time. Okay, then. That's going to be fairly expensive. We're going to want to do that with something else. In the meantime, I'm going to go and do this until we've got enough to reprocess this iron ore slag again. I want to see how much iron I can get out of just 2 iron ore. And we're 3 iron ore in, and it made more than 3, certainly. We've got 3 and 49 nuggets, and another 7 iron ore slag here, and another slag block in there I haven't processed yet. I haven't put fuel in because I just ran out of charcoal. And that seems to say it takes up to 16 fuel, so yeah, I guess we could do it even faster if we wanted to, or slower. So, yes, I should have enough to complete the quest, which will get us 4 iron ingots. There we go, iron. Smack the iron blooms with a hammer on the anvil. The closer you stand, the more power you apply, increasing your yield. Heavier hammers will also increase your yield. So yeah, except when you stand really close, you sort of get lit up on fire. Use iron ore slag to create more iron and consequently more slag. So yes, we'll get another iron cog there. That is going to be fine. And then iron casing is the next task. Swap out your stone casing for an iron casing, allow your combustion chamber to operate at much higher heat. Enough heat to create redstone. Remember we're talking about not having redstone? Yep. Use JEI to determine heat units levels for various combustion recipes. So we get plant matter. And someone did say plant matter is a good option instead of bone meal. So yep, that's available. Iron casing, however, is going to need iron bars, which needs 6 iron ingots. So that's going to take me a little while because I need to get some more fuel to basically keep this going. I wonder if we can use logs rather than me processing into charcoal. Charcoal is relatively easy to actually do. You can just light some planks on fire and throw the logs in. It turns into charcoal immediately. It just means I don't have to just save a step if I do that. That does take it as fuel. And it's a 6 of 16. So let's just turn this on. And then I am going to grab this old flint cog. That is only 255%. Okay. Let's see if we can, that will speed it up once this starts turning. It should start turning in a second. There it goes. So airflow goes up and yet the speed rapidly increases. That's perhaps not quite as good as the charcoal, but it's more than good enough to get us going. And we can come back to that in a minute. Obviously, we've got to weigh the cost of the flint cog versus the cost of just processing charcoal a little bit. Get a few more of this dust while we're passing. Okay, so yeah, I am going to need 2 more iron, which needs 4 more nuggets, 13 more nuggets, and that will get me 6 iron, enough to get some iron bars. So the other thing that I keep wearing out are these granite anvils as well. I'd recommend if you're going to do this, 1, have it near water, but second of all, have granite anvils to spare, and also the tongs. Tongs do get used up by picking up metal, red hot metal, basically, so you do need to redo that. And this should be okay, because I should have enough for another set of slag. And this is actually the safest part. You just put this in here, and there we go. So that's another block. Iron ore slag heap. You should keep reprocessing it as much as you like, really. And at this point, we're getting more ash, but I can't get the bloomery out yet. The bloom out. I need to get more tongs. All right, I'm going to reprocess that until we got the iron bars. And aside from a little friend in our base here, we need to get the combustion chamber built back up. I just took it down because we're going to put a new casing in place. I don't know if we also need the upgraded combustion heater itself. There are multiple tiers of them. You'll see them right here. There is an iron one. However, the iron one does take up more resources. It does take, 8 there and 7 there. So yeah, 15 iron is quite expensive at this stage of the game when you can only create them 1 at a time. We're definitely going to need to automate that. Anyway, in the meantime, let's see if we can get away with an iron casing and a stone combustion heater. If not, then well, we'll have to make it. So let's get the iron bars made into an iron casing. There we go. Burn time, efficiency, maximum heat units is 1538. And we need about 880, I think, to actually make redstone. So let's put you down. Can we put the stone combustion heater back in? We can. It says invalid, but that's fine. We're not going to be valid just yet. And then we want the front back on this. I'm going to use granite again. Did I leave it in my inventory? No. Let's just get granite. 2 of them. Excuse me. 1, 2. Okay. And as soon as I get a sticky piston out of here somewhere, I want to be able to have that removed and put back in. Hopefully that will then count. This is now a valid multi-block, and maximum heat units is 1538, which is good. So to get started, we're going to need to generate some... Oh, it's pushing me around now. I need to actually kill it. I want to actually kill it. And do I have any swords? The one in my inventory is Sword of Terrible. In fact, what's it actually called? Bone Sword. Ah, I've got an alt. I've got a basically a replacement if it breaks. Wish me luck. That's a lot of health. That is definitely a lot of health to get. Ender pearl. Easy. And let's just get rid of that. 1 ender pearl. Where was I? Yes, explosions. I need to make more gunpowder, and I have some in here. Yep, that's being made. We're going to need 2 more gunpowder though, so I'm going to need to make more crushed flint. I want that to be mechanized soon enough. So, but in the meantime, I'm just going to take 1 and convert that over into blaze powder. There we go. And then I'm just going to need some sticks, aren't I? So let's grab some sticks from over here. Got quite a lot. And that can go there. Heat units are building up. Yep, 900, 1,000. That should be more than enough. There we go. Can you give me it back? Yes, there's our blaze powder. So you're going to need 2 of each of blaze powder and gunpowder. So I do actually need some more crushed flint. So I'm back to just basically breaking cobble. Back in a minute. And here we go. We should have everything we need. So let's get rid of that cobble for a second. And we're going to put in 2 gunpowder, 2 blaze powder. Put that back. And do we have enough heat units? It looks like we do. Yep. Redstone. Good. So hard to make, just relatively straightforward stuff. So here we're going to get plant matter. That's going to give us some basically instant bone meal. That is going to do just fine. And then we're going to want redstone. That's going to get, an actual bucket. Oh, that's so nice. So hard to get to an actual bucket. Anyway, we do actually need to get gold ore before we are able to get redstone. You see gold ore. It does need us to go through the rock core again with sand and shard of the shining dawn this time. So do I have any shards of the shining dawn? Sounds like some kind of cult. Shards of the shining dawn. Also a tongue twister. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we just need some rock cores. Or just 1 rock core, at least to get us started. And there we go. And then we just need that sand again. And we don't really need anything else but sand. And this should start converting up. There we go. So usual procedure. Just keep on laying down sand until this thing converts. Like a cult. Yeah. Back in a minute. And there we go. We have gold ore. Now, right now, we can't really pick it up, except that these rock cores do break stuff around them. Don't know whether this is intended or not, but where's those rock cores? I'm sure I had some somewhere. Do I have any more? Really? Am I out of cores? Core. Light core stabilizer. Okay, so that's the item used to stop them breaking. It looks like I am out of cores. Okay, how about making some more? Just some crystal and stone slabs. That's going to be straightforward. I think I have some of all of that. Let me just get all this stuff out of my inventory, or out of my inventory. Okay, so let's just make another one of those light cores. We don't have to make many at all. In fact, we'll get 2 out of it. If we put those down, it's going to... Well, last time I did this, I think it's going to try and reject the gold ore. Or it did previously. Maybe I'm misremembering. Or, I was hoping it would break this. In fact, I saw it do it previously. And we can't actually break this without actually doing it. But it did work because I did get a gold ore. And it broke by itself and just injected into my inventory. I'm not making this up. Honestly. There is a gold ore in here somewhere. There it is. See? And I got that with my stone tools, essentially. So I guess we can take a look at what mining level diamond is. So diamond, I guess, is one way of getting it. Is there any other way of getting mine level diamond? Diamond AIOT. AIOTs, I don't think they're going to be in for much longer, but unless the obsidian one is in. Yeah, I was watching a video by System Collapse, great YouTuber. You should watch his stuff. He was using an obsidian AIOT when I took a look at his channel, and that's gone now. So I think it's been patched out. Never mind. Anyway, so I will just pick that back up again. Fine, no problem. Maybe only counts when these are already down. So we'll have to get these. I'll have to get these picked up somehow. Create gold ore. We need to get 4. Use a rock core, the appropriate shard and catalyst to create gold ore. Yes, but I need to be able to pick it up. I need to find a better tool. And of course, the tool we need is going to be, it's going to be iron. So let's just put this light core stabilizer down. I just want to see whether this actually will have any effect at all on the rock cores, and see if they actually will still eject stuff. And once I put the right thing in there. Oh, is that why it didn't eject those? Oh, I could have been forgetting that step. 1 second. Let me see if that's true. Because if so, sneaky way around. Are you going to reject you? How about if I put... Is this because the stabilizer there now? No. See, it gets rid of that, but it's not getting rid of this. Such a shame. Anyway, let's put the other one here. And will you get rejected? Yeah, so maybe it has to be underneath this block. Let's give it a go. Doesn't hurt to try, and if not, then I'll just go and check it out in the book. Oops, it needs to be there. And... okay, that appears to be working. Good. So that is exactly what it's used for. And, or not. Maybe. It's certainly not being rejected immediately. I need to go and check it out in the book, clearly. What mod are you? You are Hearthwell. There is a book for that, so let's go and take a look for the book. Food book, pyrotechnics, druidic arts, book of the well. There we go, so it should be in here somewhere. Yeah, that's exactly what they're for. It does go right next to the block itself, as it says here, as you might expect, visualize. But I assume there's different kinds. There's heavy and medium. I've got a light kind. Heavy is the most useful one, prevents breaking completely, whereas our earlier ones, well, not so much. But we do get a heavy core stabilizer from getting the gold ore, so that is going to be useful. In the meantime, I will leave this here, and we can try and convert this across to iron. That sounds like my cog is broken. This really isn't all that terribly useful. There it goes. Okay, so iron ore. And we've got everything we need. There we go. And you should be, you should have finished. Yep. Let's get the slag. And let's get this process up into ingots and make, again, just like the bucket, something incredibly useful. The first iron pick. The simplest things in life sometimes. Iron ingots, sticks, and iron pickaxe. Something you get to probably in the first episode of any normal playthrough. You are good to go. So that's 4 iron or 4 gold ore, which we're going to get some amplifying tubes. I'll have to see what they actually do in a second. And that takes us on to creating a shabby tavern. A shabby tavern can be used as a warp point with hearthing planks. Shift right click the tavern to give it a special name. Click the home icon to set it as your home. Okay, do I actually need that just yet? The aquamarine, we don't have that. We have to go and find those, I think, in the world. But we can do it with some oak wood and some tatton. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. Is there any way to actually generate it? Yes, it's world gen, so it can be anywhere. Yeah. I didn't plan this. I didn't plan it. I really didn't. So that is something we can actually get to. Yes, so the rest is going to be tavern cloth patch, and that needs some bone meal and some leather, or looks like some bone meal. We can't use the plant matter for that, so it looks like we need grass, so we can just get that from using the bone meal equivalent, I think. So yeah, bone meal. Other than that, that will make tavern cloth patch, and of course a water bucket, which we now have. So amazing. It's not going to actually go away. Anyway, that's not necessarily what I actually want to do next. Then the rest, it looks like we need to go this way and head across to make this large square. So let's see what I got here. We need 4 terramoss. I think I've got 3 in a crate somewhere. We can get it from using a knife or mossy cobblestone. Right in the first episode we did that. And mossy cobblestone will occasionally spawn on the surface in small clusters. Fine. Break tall grass to acquire wild roots. Once found, you can grow them on farmland. Okay, so let's first of all try to see what amplifying tube does. Hearthwell. Is this in here? So back amplifying. There we go. Amplifying tube, when tapped 2 tall up to 8 tall, will transform a block below it. It basically creates lava. Okay, does it need... Looks like it needs sunlight. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And you can turn any type of leaves into water. Not that we need that. And we can create liquid souls out of mysterious dust blocks. Well, we can make those easily enough. What do we use liquid souls for? Liquid souls. Let me just actually look that up in JEI. Liquid soul. We can turn it back into mysterious dust block. There's not any use whatsoever. And we can turn it. So if we throw a limestone rock in, we can create eggs. Sand goes to soul sand, and steel goes to soul steel, which goes to soul steel ingots, which makes the heavy core stabilizers. So yeah, those are useful for not having to obviously pick everything back up again. So that is one route there. We don't need that just yet, but we may want to actually create lava. So I'm going to keep hold of those, make sure we don't lose them. I am going to need a few other bits and pieces, but to get started, we're going to need to try and get those wild roots. So we want to create tall grass. And is it? Well, it says breaking, not shearing, but I do have some shears if we needed to do that. Let me just actually get rid of you. I should be using the I should not be using my iron pickaxe for that. Let's just use the stone ones. So that will create grass and double tall grass. So break you, nothing. Okay. So I'm just going to go around and make some tall grass and see if I can get some of these wild roots. And yes, it doesn't explicitly need the double tall ones. The regular grass will work just fine, but it is a very, very low chance. I did create a bunch of other stuff before I actually haven't got any yet, but I've got a bunch of other seeds already, and this is just something I'm going to have to do until we get them. Aubergine, canola, rice, seeds, etc. It's like 0.8% chance. So I'm going to be bone mealing for a little while. And how hard is it to create those? It's just any kind of biological stuff in a cross. And of course, we've got 87 of those. And we'll be getting more here as well. So, you know, we shouldn't have any problem creating more of the plant matter. Anyway, off to break lots and lots of small grass. That only took a couple of minutes. And once you have the first few of them, these that is, you can then go make more really rather easily. If you just go and grab some more of our sort of bone meal substitutes. Oh, mysterious leaves don't work apparently. Or, whoops, do regular leaves work? Hopefully. Oak leaves? Yes, that works. If you go and replant it down on farmland just like this, you can just then use your plant matter to generate more. In this case, 16 is all I need, or at least to get started with, and we can come back to those later. So 16 wild root, and let's just actually break the rest of this. We don't need all the extra grass inland. Well, inland, indoors. There we go. And that is there. So gather druidic supplies. We need 4 terramoss. Now, in the process of actually doing this, you will find these terra spores, breaking the grass that is. And if you then put those onto cobblestone that's next to water, it'll turn into moss stone or mossy cobblestone. So if we just grab that stone knife I had it around somewhere. Stone knife? Knife? Not the cutting knife. This one. Stone knife. We should just be able to gather that. Yep, there we go. And we can just put this back down again. Let's get rid of you. So terra moss is there. We can use the terra spores. I'm not sure if we can reproduce them. Can we actually grow them anywhere? Does not say. Just says we can get mixed seeds from doing that, but we can create more, and that gets us more terra moss. So we should already have some of this in here somewhere. Yeah, one more. There we go. And we have everything we need for that. So gather druidic supplies. we get 4 toasted seeds. Okay, I guess. And that takes us into the Fey Crafter. Now, remember rightly, the Fey Crafter is the object you need to be able to do a few different things. One is Fey crafting stuff. So yes, there's different chest plates, but I think there's more basic stuff in here that we actually need. Yeah, is this runestone stuff? I'm almost sure. Didn't we need this for something? Runestone? Runestone, what do we need it for? Was it just the regular furnace? Yeah, it was the regular furnace. So we can create runestone once we have some regular stone and some lapis. Don't think I have any lapis yet. Can we make lapis? Well, I guess so. Can we make it from anywhere? Let's have a look. Ingot former, sag mill, no. Block drops is actually found in the world. It doesn't have a world gen. We may have to make it with a recipe. Anyway, that's the next thing up. So Fey Crafter we need, and yet to use recrafting in groves in the Druidic Arts book. Your staff can hold up to 5 spells. So we need grove stone, and that's going to need some regular cobblestone and cobblestone slabs, a bit more terra moss, and some wild root. That should be easy because we got a little bit more of that terra moss. Yeah. So there's, well, in fact, I already had 4, didn't I? So that's just going to need some stone, cobblestone, a couple of cobblestone slabs. And that should be, what was it now? What was the quest item? Grove stone. Okay, grove. Grove stone. Yeah, we can make one of those. And the other item is the Fey Crafter itself, which is some specifically oak saplings. Okay, and some any kind of wood. Yeah, of course, the saplings will be the one thing that I actually rejected from actually taking here. So we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, just with my existing oak sapling. I've got one around somewhere, and put it in the fertile soil outside. And with that done, here we have the Fey Crafter, which will get us to those first sort of furnace, which is good for first few steps. So it seems like, you know, we've done an awful lot of stuff, but really we're just getting to the early stages of a traditional game. We now are in reach of a furnace, hopefully. We have an iron pickaxe, and we have a bucket. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I do really like the crafting model. You got these in-world structures that are nothing like the typical thermal expansion machines, and you have sort of a lot of complication, but a lot of sort of fun while using them as well. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. Let me know what you think in the comments, because we're about to hit the end of the episode. We're just about hit time for today. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, share as you normally would, and let other people know in the comments, particularly if you've got any tips and tricks that I haven't spotted or isn't around. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode for some more Glacial Awakening. As always, guys, thanks for watching.